Hi everyone and welcome back to the Sweetie Nail Supply channel. Today we are very excited to show you our new line of Aurora glitter flakes and walk you through 5 different designs you can create with them. They range from beginner friendly to intermediate and we'll take you step by step through each one. Let's start though by introducing the Sweetie Nail Supply Aurora Flakes collection. We have 12 color options available in bright multi-shifting colors. Because of the Aurora effect, they will look different over light and dark bases. You can see here the difference between the flakes applied over a clear base versus a black base. This means there's lots of room for experimenting and creating a variety of looks. The colors are vibrant and playful, which is perfect for the upcoming summer months. Each of our new custom containers comes with 0.5 grams of product, and the flakes are super thin, which makes them lay flat on the nail without adding too much bulk. Let's start though by addressing the easiest way to apply flakes to the nail. There are 3 tools we'd recommend using: a liner brush, some sort of flat brush, and a silicone spatula. Now you can mix the chromes into a clear gel, say a builder for dual forms or some other similar application. We recommend using a spatula to avoid bubbles as much as possible. Simply use your desired amount of clear gel and then mix in your desired amount of glitter, and you're good to go. You can then brush this directly on the nail, and once it's on the nail, you're free to adjust the glitters however you like before curing. The only drawback to this is that it can be a little bit messy. Another method is to apply your base gel and the glitter separately. Start by painting on a layer of gel. It actually doesn't need to be a base gel, it can be whatever type you would like. And then just simply pat the glitters on the surface before curing. This gives you tons of control and means you avoid the mess of mixing on a palette. And then a liner brush is a great tool for precise application if you miss a spot or if you would like to isolate the glitters to one area. And of course, if you just like the design, you can just wipe it away with gel cleanser before curing to start over. Now, a third simple way to apply these glitters is to paint on some sort of gel with a tacky inhibition layer, cure it, and then apply the flakes over the surface. Now with this method, you don't have as much freedom to move the flakes around. Once they're placed down, they are going to stick there. Though you can wipe the surface with some isopropyl alcohol, and the flakes, because they're so thin, they will wipe away. So that's just another option. In terms of tools used to apply the glitter, everyone has a brush that they can use, which makes it accessible, but if you can get a silicone spatula, it makes cleanup a lot easier. So now that we know the basics of applying the flakes, let's get into our first beginner-friendly design. This ombre glitter look is going to be perfect for bright pops of color during the summer months. In keeping with the theme, we're going to be using 2 colors from the DVOK summer collection, and we are just going to ombre these 2 colors together, applying in 2 layers and curing it between each color application, that we get a really nice and smooth ombre. And for the specific colors we picked here, you'll notice that they actually match the Aurora shift of the flakes that we'll be using. That way the shift in the Aurora flakes is just complemented by the base colors of the set as well. After curing the last layer, we're going to wipe off the tacky layer and then apply a clear layer of gel. Don't cure it yet because we're going to add our flakes right on top. So we are using flake number 10, and you'll notice in the container it appears very green, but once you apply it to the nail, it does have a really nice hot pink shift to it, which is going to be perfect for complementing that pink and green ombre that we already created. And we are just applying this over the tip of the nail, blending it back towards the cuticle area. Once you're happy with the placement, go ahead and cure, and honestly, you could top coat this nail and stop here. It would look gorgeous, but for an added little extra sparkle, we're going to glue on a few green Aurora crystals. Any sort of clear 3D element is going to help amplify the sparkle of the flakes underneath. To seal everything in, we use a thick top coat, something like the Yogo Zombie top, making sure to get in between those gemstones to really seal them in place, and this look is done. This design is super beginner friendly, very easy to achieve, but still has high impact because of the fun, vibrant colors. Moving up to the intermediate level, let's create these textured glass nails using the flakes as a perfect way to emulate the sparkle of glass. For this design, we'll be using flake number 5, which is similar to the last but also has a bit of a golden sparkle to it. We've actually already applied the same pink color from the last design, so we apply a clear gel and then add our flakes. Again, we're using the wet method here just so that we can make sure we can move the flakes to our desired position before curing. While you want the flakes for this design to be fairly dense and evenly spread over the surface of the nail, make sure you still have a good amount of the base color showing through. Once you're happy with the placement, give it a cure, and then we will need a clear 3D clay for this. we'll use Neri's 3D clay and take a sizable amount and place it on the surface of the nail. You want to use a spatula or even gloved fingers to cover the entire surface with a thin layer. You do want this to be thin, especially around the edges, to not add too much bulk to the nail. Just make sure that if you are using your hands to do any shaping, that you're protecting yourself with nitrile gloves. And once you have the surface covered, you want to go in with a really thin spatula, something like this from DIAMI, and use that to create grooves down the center of the nail. You'll want 2 on either side, and then as many horizontal grooves as needed to create squares on the surface of the nail. This is going to emulate that sort of trending textured glass look. You could leave this look here, but for an extra bit of detail, we're going to go in and add an X to the center of each square. You do just want to make sure you have a relatively thin spatula to work with. If you use one that's too thick, it'll displace too much of the 3D gel and make the design look bulky. If you need to, you can go back in and redefine those horizontal and vertical ridges just to sharpen up that square shape. You want this to look like glass tiles. And then once you're happy with the results, give this a cure, and then we are just going to gently wrap the edges with a clear top coat. Now the Neri clear 3D clay, it is non-wipe, so you don't necessarily need to seal everything in and cover up all of that gorgeous texture we created. Just seal the edges and you should be good to go. This look is suitable for any color combination as long as you have a jelly polish and our Aurora flakes. Now our next design is going to be another 3D intermediate design, but this time a little bit more edgy to match the bold look of these Aurora flakes. So we're going to start with an aura effect using some padding gels and the DIAMI gradient stickers. Beginning with some 4 pointed stars, we're placing that on the surface of the nail before going in with the black baby boomer gel. This is a padding gel of which we have a number of different brands on our website. We're also using one of the mushroom sponges from Neri. And the important thing with creating an ombre is having the right amount of paint on your sponge. Try to tap off most of the excess on a palette before applying it to the nail for the smoothest blend. Once you've cured, peel off the stickers, and we're left with a bold black aura look. We're actually going to top this with the Poach It Fallen Blur gel, and then apply 2 dots of a dark red syrup color over the top. This is going to be the base of our cherries. The Poach It gel just helps that spread to create soft edges to match our aura look. Once you're happy with the level of spreading, give that a cure, and then it's time to apply the flakes. We're using number 1, which has this gorgeous red to green shift to it, and we're pressing that right in just over the cherries. Then taking a painting gel, this is a Neri Pat Art Gel palette. We're going to paint on our stems and a little leaf for some added details. A neon green here is going to really bring out the green duo shift of that Aurora flake. And then we're going back in with that clear 3D gel just to add some dimension to this look and really emphasize the sparkle of the flakes. So we're just going to cover the cherries with 2 balls of clay, carving out a little space for the stems so you get a really nice 3D effect. And then that super clear 3D gel is also going to just magnify the sparkles from those flakes underneath. Give the cherries a cure, and then we're going to top coat the whole nail, including the Neri clay, just to give it that extra bit of shine. And you can really see here from an angle that green shift come through, perfect for a contrasting vibrant cherry look. And you could choose to do other fruits, grapes, apples, pears, oranges. This look is super versatile. Moving into our advanced designs, we're going to start with this purple nebula nail. For our black background, instead of going with a straight jelly black, we're going to add some texture by using an ink. This is the Lémo black, which is relatively new to Sweetie Nail Supply. After letting that dry down, we're going in with 2 more colors from that DVOK summer collection and just blending those over the surface of the nail. This is going to add that nice purple tone, which will be the perfect backdrop for flake number 12, which has a really gorgeous blue deep violet shift. Once we're happy with the placement, we'll go ahead and cure, and that saves you the step of applying another clear coat. Now we are going to be layering on some cat eye gels, so to avoid any harsh edges, we're going back in with a layer of the Fallen Blur polish. We're adding just a little bit more of those jelly colors before going in with our cat eye, starting with one of the DVOK Unicorn cat eye gels. This just has a really nice matching purple blue shifting magnetic particle. And then we're also going to use the brand new Miro layering magnet gel. This is the silver color, and it has super fine silver particles that just create a really nice glow, perfect for this sort of spacey nebula look. Give this layer a cure after magnetizing, and then we're going in with just a little bit more of those jelly colors, curing that, wiping off the tacky layer before applying a small amount of ink. You want to be very light-handed here. This is the Doughy Marbly set. It includes a blender that we're going to use to just soften some of those edges here. And then once that dries down, we're gluing on a few teeny tiny little star sequins just for a little bit of extra sparkle. The flakes on this look, because we're using that black base and because they are a darker color, are going to be a little bit more subtle. You can see them peeking through the back, which helps create that really nice layered effect. So after we add our glitters, we're just going to give this a healthy top coat to smooth out any texture. And we are done with our fourth look as well. This collection really does lend itself to space-themed designs. Then for our last and probably most complicated design, we're going to be creating stained glass nails. So starting with a black liner, this is the D-Gel black liner paint, and a super skinny liner brush, this is the DIAMI long liner brush. You want to start by outlining the panes of glass to separate where you want the different colors applied. Stained glass is actually created by combining and basically gluing together different pieces of glass. And so when doing your design, you want to keep that in mind. Each empty space should be, in essence, a piece of glass. Therefore, for the water section, we're going to break that up with a few little water lines. And then the background, we're just going to separate into separate panes as well. We would recommend flash curing your design as you go. That way you can preserve the elements that you like in case you make a mistake and have to erase anything. Once that's all cured though, we're going in with a bunch of the jelly colors from DVOK's new Glacé collection. These super sheer polishes are perfect for the sort of stained glass look. And we're just going to take a liner brush and paint section by section, coloring in each part like a coloring book. Again, we recommend flash curing here as you go, just to make sure that the colors don't bleed together. It is okay if they overlap the black though, as we'll be applying a final outline at the end. Once you're happy with your first layer of color, cure that, and then we're going to go in with Aurora flake number 4. And we do want to isolate this to just the water and sky, so we're painting on clear gel over those areas, and then just press in those flakes while the gel is still uncured. This one has a gorgeous shift between pink, purple, blue, and green, which makes it absolutely perfect for this design. And even though it looks very pink on the nail right now, we are going to be adding another layer of the same jelly colors over the Aurora flakes. And that's just going to tone down the pink and bring out more of those blues and greens. It also makes the colors pop just a little bit more. Cure that second layer of color, and then we are going to go in with a thicker top coat just to smooth out the surface before applying our final outline. We're using that same D-Gel black painting gel, this time really being bold with our outline to create the separation between the glass panels. And in the right light, those chrome flakes as the backdrop really just help sell the look that this is glass, that it's reflective. Once you're happy with your lines, cure, top coat, and our final look is done as well. This can be recreated in any number of designs using any number of flowers, and that brings us to the end of our video. We hope we've inspired you to use Aurora flakes in your designs. Let us know down in the comments which shade is your favorite, and if you'll be picking these up to try in your designs. And don't forget to subscribe for our next tutorial, but thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video.